Very first thing that we did, we met in the Philosophia Cafe in Manorhamilton in July 2022, and there were 4 of us. We were all looking for a studio, and we all had kind of similar interests in our practices.
Vital to all of us was finding a studio building to work in, but by chance this one came up.
I joined later, only this spring. I was invited to join the collective. We all are very conscious of how we live anyway, I think, and that also comes through in our art practices.
I work with whatever needs to tell the story. Everybody wears clothing, and so a lot of the storytelling is kind of bound up with that somehow.
So I'm a visual artist and I work mostly with painting, but I also make animations, collage, sculpture. I'm local to Manorhamilton. I've always lived with the presence of bamboo. The landscape's always been very important to me, both in my individual practice and in our collective work.
I think it's a beautiful mountain. It is very present when you're in Manorhamilton itself. You see it constantly changing as well through the seasons, through the day, how the light catches it.
We started out working on a project collaborating with and building a relationship with Benbow Mountain, which is the mountain that overlooks Manorhamilton. We decided to build a series of rituals inspired by the Irish wake to kind of respond to the potential loss and the grievability of something that we could potentially lose. And then that led on to kind of a follow-on series of events, one where we kind of worked on sort of animating that space and building a ritual, which happened last year. Off the back of that, we applied for an exhibition in the dock and were invited to come down this year.
Fairly early on, after being up on Benbow and looking at plants and things that had grown in that area, we were looking at animating some of the work we'd done in the initial project by making a banner to make 3 costumes that would accompany the banner on a walk around Manorhamilton. And with that, we settled on using flag iris, which has kind of remarkable properties as it can be sort of woven and taken into many different shapes, but also interestingly it's sort of fallen out of use. It was once such a sort of valuable resource and is now viewed as a major kind of weed.
When we started, we were looking at solastalgia and the idea of losing a place that you love and recognising its grievability or its potential loss. So we were looking at old wake traditions and giving the item or the presence the respect of the potential loss. And then by tending the meadows, each are little meadows, and kind of tending together, we have understood waking as the waking up as well as the potential loss.
The title of this exhibition is Waking the Land, and it's just really nice to step out of the house and walk and engage with just all the life that is going on there.
The work that we do together complements my individual practice but is very different. I've learned a lot of new skills. We've learned how to work with natural dyes. We are very supportive of each other. If one person has an exhibition, everyone else will show up to support each other. When we meet up, we usually start with a check-in, so each person very briefly says where they're at. We all listen to each other and we share food, so we discuss things over food as well, which is really important, to share food together.